Folding and bowing at your majesty. Perspective is the pauper's curse. Allow me to be wealthy in your wonder. If I was a rich girl, fiddler on the roof, filtering and fingering through the non-stop magnificence you have to offer. Feeling insignificant when I think of my size, but I recognise your grace. You shine down on me and allow me to cast shadows that cause ripples for change. Pebble, reverberating around me. Even when I hit rock bottom, the ripples rise above to the surface to tell a story of hope and potential. Your lows are a springboard for your highs. Drag through hell so I can appreciate what heaven feels like. Reaching for the stars, penetrating through the skies, faith as small as a mustard seed. I want to be a mountain mover, a revolution starter. Part-time rapper, proven great despite my father, full-time artist, activist, creative. Flown with the seasons like an indigenous native. Fire in my fingertips, tongue like a viper. Armed with pen and paper, my ammo and my rifle. Trojan horse approach, unexpected attack. Angry wild green feminist, talented and black. Pause. I try to move on, but I can't stand to see males constantly rewarded for misogyny, but I digress. There's a lump in my chest. It's easy to ignore when people in high places coincidentally have identical faces that don't differ from delegated default settings that perfectly puppet and mirror yours. Round of applause. Mild concussion from this glass ceiling. Dilapidated feeling. Choking on the potent fumes of patriarchy. When you're born with 2 strikes against your name before you even articulate a sentence, cynicism has a tendency to run through your veins. It's not a chip on my shoulder, it's a brace. Attempting to steal my every move, but I'm staring your hatred straight in the face, running and winning this impossible race, breaking free of your shackles and shame to a place where there's power and wonder, no need to be tamed. Game changers. We are the girls your parents warned you about, gifted with the ability to flow with the guidance of the universe. To deconstruct and reconstruct with each purposeful stride. With resilience and power and faith on my side, I am angry, and I am not ashamed, because anger fuels the fire for change. I think from a young age, I've always kind of been a feminist, but probably not really realised. Feminist. A person who believes in the social, political and economical equality of the sexes. I grew up in a single parent family, so it was just me and my mum. She had me when I was 21. And when I was younger, I never felt like there was anything missing in my life or I was deprived because I was in a single parent home. My mum always taught me that anything that a man can do, a woman can do just as well. There was never sort of a thing of gender roles or anything like that. And I think for a lot of the time when I was younger, I wasn't necessarily a girly girl, if you can even call that a thing. I liked orange, I'd climb trees, I had connects and all other things that's supposed to be boys' toys. So I've never really understood the whole thing of gender roles. Then I went through a pink phase, like most girls do, and everything had to be pink. If it wasn't pink, I didn't want it. That just wasn't what I wanted at all. And then there was kind of a stage where I was kind of trying to reject that. But then I think I'm at a place in my life now where I realise that femininity and womanhood cannot be pigeonholed or defined as one thing. Womanhood is whatever you define it as. If you identify as a woman, then your existence is womanhood, and that's good enough. On a month-long working expedition with an organisation called Camps International. And when we were out there, we did community outreach, we dug wells, we planted zai pits, we dug foundations for classrooms, and it was one of the most amazing experiences ever, and I just feel like I learned so much about myself that I didn't necessarily realise before. I used to be very religious. I grew up in an Adventist home, and so 7-day Adventism, and it's a very conservative brand of Christianity, I'd say. And amongst that, there were a lot of things that I always didn't sit right with me. There's a lot of homophobia, misogyny, and just things that I don't think are necessary. I wouldn't say that I've rejected religion, but I don't believe that you need to go to a place every week to define your spiritual life or your spirituality. It's not a necessary part of life. And I didn't want to be part of an organisation that demonises women, demonises African culture. Like, I remember one time I did a presentation and I must have put a PowerPoint up with a picture of Black Jesus, and I was told that it was demonic and that wasn't an okay thing. And for me, it really clicked that as a young Black woman or a Black feminist, your entire existence is trivialised by the people around you before you even speak. Trojan horse approach, unexpected attack, angry, well-groomed, feminist, talented and Black, just by being who you are. And I saw this quote on Tumblr. It said, when you're a Black woman, you're expected to put your race before your sex by Black people and your sex before your race by feminism. Both are inseparable. Being a race woman has never helped any Black woman. Being all women has never helped any Black women. In other news, my spirit is tired. And it's just kind of coming to a place where you can just be happy within yourself regardless of others around you and this world that will automatically view you as inferior, and just knowing that your existence is enough. Knowing that you're enough is a very important thing. I think over this year I've kind of come to that realisation. Like, one day I was in town and I walked past this man and he was selling flowers for like £1. And I love flowers, but no one ever buys me flowers. And I was gonna just walk past him, and then I was like, hang on, Jordan, why can't you buy yourself flowers? Like, who says you have to wait for somebody else to do something that you're perfectly capable of doing yourself? So I bought myself flowers, and since then, like, it's a movement. Buy yourself flowers, take yourself on a date. Like, there's nothing wrong with being on your own. Like, you shouldn't discredit yourself as company. You are all you've got at the end of this game. Like, you're the most important person in this world to yourself. And cherish yourself. Do nice things by yourself. Like, why is there shame in solitude? Why can you sit in McDonald's and eat a meal on your own? But if I wanted to go to Nando's by myself, it would be weird. No, like, do what you want, because life is short and there's no time to be waiting for other people. And also, if you go on a date on your own, you don't have to share your food with anyone. Like, is it not just a win-win? Like, I'm seeing no negatives in this situation at all. So yeah, everybody should buy themselves flowers because it's important. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say.